Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you are watching this. So, exhaust manifolds are very, very expensive for this conversion. Quite rightly, they're probably an amazing piece of kit. In fact, they are an amazing piece of kit. But just to get this conversion up and going and driving, and it's something I can look at in the future is putting a performance manifold on it. So, what I've decided to do is make my own. So, a friend of mine has come round and helped me out. And we've got some exhaust pipe and we're going to give it a go. Watch this. Right, so current exhaust manifold comes down, so the plan is to chop it just underneath the Lambda Boss there, and then we will piece in that piece into there somehow, and then that piece, see if we can make this work one-handed. No, I can't. We'll cut that off and then we'll weld it, tack weld it, and I'll show you how it's going to look. Right, so after many butcherings, there's lots of bits on the floor there. And then we have flattened this down to make it oval shaped, and it does sort of sit there. So we're going to tack weld it now, and then see how that looks, and then offer it back up to the car and see if we've got the angles right. So there you go, look, hot off the press. It's literally red hot still. So obviously, just welded it round now, and we're going to obviously flatten that back with a flap disc, and then if we need to, re-weld it again. But there is absolutely no daylight down there, so it's definitely gone on. So we're going to offer it back up to the car and then see where it goes from there. Right, so we've got that section now, the joiner section. Ignore the welding, it needs to be neatened up. And we've got that section which is going under there, so we're just going to add a flexi now, and then that should, it's quite close to the middle, so I think it just needs to come over a bit to the right, but again we can adjust that. That's not a problem, the flexi can take that. So yeah, that's we're getting there. Right, so we've got manifold, piece that we've put in, bend, and a flexi. And it all, there's enough space there. And like I say, it's slightly just to the left, I think. But can pull that back in. And then, just look in here, probably pick up off here for a bracket and weld it onto there. That's it, it still needs linishing back and stuff. It is just welded at the moment, and I ain't a fucking professional welder. So calm down, boys. But yeah, I'm quite happy with that. So, as you can see, it isn't the prettiest thing in the world. There's the flexi, there's the U, there's the joiner, and there is the standard exhaust manifold. I've cut these lugs off here, which was for the heat shield and for that. I mean, that'll just go over there as it should do. And I've ground back me, calm down. I've ground back my welds as well, which I wish I hadn't bothered really. I've left them ones alone because I quite like them. Quite proud of it. I've never ever welded exhaust pipe before, never in my life, and this is the first time. And you know what? Quite proud of myself really. I think it's turned out okay. So yeah. So then what I'll do is, in fact, I'll offer it onto the car and show you how it fits actually on the car. So as you can see, it's on there with that pulled back across and bolted on. There is enough of a gap there, as you can see. Ignore the welding, it's not the prettiest, I know. And then if we go underneath, you see this side, you can see the space between the sump, and this side you can see it's actually a tiny bit lower than the sump, which is absolutely great. So there we go. It's yeah, it's an exhaust manifold. I made it myself with the help from my my friend Chris, but I'm quite proud of that. That's it. That back across there, it'll do. I'm aware it's not the prettiest thing on the planet. I really am. I'm aware of that. So the idea will be we'll satin black that, and then I'll exhaust wrap the rest of it in that heat wrap. Now I know a few people aren't a fan of that, but I've used it before, really liked it, and with it being at the front of the engine, I want it to look half decent. Now again, although it's not the prettiest thing in the world, and it's not the most free flowing thing in the world, I know, but this is the original Micra manifold cat. As you can see, that is massive and massively restrictive. So that's been taken out, and where is it? That's the cat from underneath the Micra as well. So both of them are now not there. So this must be better than them, and that's my thought process anyway. I'm quite proud. I've never ever welded exhaust metals before, and I'm really proud of myself. So yeah, I think that is it. Just tidy it up a bit more, maybe put a few more welds in to make it look a bit more pretty, and then that is it. I made a thing, as Jeremy Clarkson would say. I'm quite proud of that. I think that looks half decent. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have a great day. Should have paid attention to my sign. It's probably backwards for you lot, but I know I wasn't wearing gloves when I was grinding first time, and I also wasn't wearing gloves when I was welding. Now I struggle to wear gloves when I'm welding, but I should have at least had a glove on my resting hand. I struggle to feel the trigger, so I'm going to look for some gloves rather than gauntlets for that. But I just wanted to address that because I know it's going to get brought up in the comments, and yes, it was just a rush thing, and that's how accidents happen. So please use the correct PPE. No stupid people beyond this point.